गुड इवनिंग एंड वेलकम टू गनर शॉट. गनर शॉट में आप सबका स्वागत है. Today I'm going to talk of something completely different from our normal run of things. I'm going to talk of the Asia Cup. There's a lot of angst in the air that India is participating in the Asia Cup against Pakistan, especially since our Prime Minister has said, "Khoon aur pani beh nahi sakta." So naturally, people are asking, "Khoon aur cricket kaise beh sakta hai? How can cricket and what blood flow together?" So all these questions are up in the air, and rightly so. People say we shouldn't have played this match. People have been cursing the BCCI. People are calling the cricketers traitors. But, well, uh, the emotion of a lot of people is genuine, and that I have no doubt. People are angry. Why should you play against Pakistan? I am with everyone. We shouldn't have played against Pakistan at all. It didn't matter what. And actually, that's what I want to explain today. Go back in time, look into your own history. I'm going to talk to you a little about the Davis Cup 1974 and compare it with what we did today. And then let's see if we can get it. It'll be a very short episode the way I look at it, unless you come up with a lot of questions. It started with this tweet I put out. I personally felt that, look, if you have I mean, I would have been very happy if we weren't playing with Pakistan at all. Now you might say, look, this is after the event. Yesterday we played, we won, and won very well. Why are we talking now? Because I think there's still a way ahead, and there's still a lot of options in the air. And I felt that, look, uh, while a large section can feel that we should not have played Pakistan, I'm with them. But uh, you boycotting that match and not seeing it on TV was not an option. I mean, a decision was taken by the government, followed by the BCCI. Whether that decision was correct or wrong, or BCCI should have followed it or wrong or not, is a different issue. That's a matter of debate. I go with that debate. But Team India and those 11 chaps who were going on the field were representing all of us. You can't say they're traitors. They're young chaps, about 20, 25 years old boys. You can't tell them you should say don't play. You are greedy for money and all that. A lot of things for him are at stake for the young chap. He's playing for his country. He's put on his and by normal logic, they would have been cut off from all the sound outside. They wouldn't have even known what the chatter in the social media and mainstream media is. They've been zoned out, and that's what I thought they did. To say that we shouldn't support them was wrong. And that's what I said. They'll play. They played for us. They put on the jersey of Team India. It was our duty to support them. Right? I mean, that's what I wrote in this tweet. I'm okay for not playing the match at all. But I'm not okay for not being there when my team is there. I must support them. Right? And I said, think and act, please. A lot of people said yes. A lot of people said no. People even trolled me. People even cursed me. Some, people with extreme attitudes. I didn't react. I didn't bother at all. And we know what happened after that. We won. We won very well. And I thought, the team captain, I'll come to this, did very well. In fact, this is what I tweeted out after that. I'm proud of Team India. And then they did an Obsurundur on the field. Full marks to them. They thrashed the Pakis. No doubt. The captain Suryakumar Yadav was great. The way he spoke was fantastic. He dedicated this match to Pahalgam victims and the Indian Army. And he very rightly said there are certain things which are beyond sportsmanship when he didn't shake hands with the Pakistanis. It was a terrific maturity he displayed beyond years. You know, now that's over. That's gone. How I think the government of India muffed it and the BCCI muffed it, or players on the team have pulled it back. And they've shown the maturity beyond their years. And I thought we should say well done to them. Their behavior, everything was very clear. Right. When people do well by the nation, we should stand by them. So that's what it is. They showed maturity beyond their years. Hats off to them. Well done. Now, fine, we have made a statement. Okay. But we shouldn't let them play the Pakistanis again. And I think this is the case which I want to put up to the government of India. Look, why not? Why go ahead? What will happen if you don't play with the Pakistanis again? I mean, you might meet them, might not meet them. I don't know. You continue playing with the Asia Cup. If you meet them anywhere, just forfeit the match and get out of the cup. It doesn't matter. You made your statement. You bet them hollow. You refused to shake hands with them. You made it. So what if you lose Asia Cup? That's it. You'll politicize it. That's it. So what if? So what if? And this so what if, the answer to the so what if lies in 1974. I have to take you back. And that's this Davis Cup match of 1974. I don't know how many of you were there at that time. I'll have to take you back into history. Okay? And I've lived through that era. I've lived through the time when, do you know that we forfeited the Davis Cup final to South Africa in 1974? So let me go into history and tell you. At that time, in the 60s, 70s, we were a tennis power. In 1966, those days, I mean, let me give a history of Davis Cup. Davis Cup and Wimbledon were the two big tournaments of the day. While Wimbledon was, singles affair, I mean, an individual affair, Davis Cup was a team affair. It was a national affair. There was a lot of pride in playing for the Davis Cup. People used to give their left hand and right leg to play for the Davis Cup. A guy like John McEnroe, he would play Davis Cup for USA for free. Never missed it. That's the kind of a spirit Davis Cup had. At that time, in Davis Cup, olden days, the guy who won the championship would only play the next year in the final. And the rest of the world used to come up the streets. They would play zonal matches, win the zone, go to quarterfinals, then semifinals, and whoever won the semifinals would go to the finals. It was called the challenge round. In 1966, we first went to the challenge round. And that time, Ramnathan Krishnan was in his prime. I still remember when we went up to the finals or the challenge round in Australia, 1966, I was just about 8 years old. No, about 10 years old. I just started learning tennis and understanding tennis. So we bet Germany, which was a tennis power at that time. We bet Brazil. There was a guy called left-hander called Thomas Koch. Koch, whatever you call him, right? When the day finished, he, on the last day, last match between Ramnathan Krishnan and Tennis Koch, he was leading 3-1 or 2. Sorry, he was leading 2-1, 2-1. And in the fourth set, when it was stopped, he was leading. Next day, he came. All he had to do was win 2 games, and Brazil would have gone to the finals. Ramnathan Krishnan bet him. He pulled back from the jaws of defeat. Victory, defeat, whatever you call it, victory from defeat. And we went to the finals. We met Australia, And Australia had two singles players who were both Wimbledon champions at that time, Roy Emerson and Fred Stoll. And they had the best doubles pair, Tony Roche and John Newcombe. I'm giving you back history, but that's the history, right? And our chaps played singles. Fred Stoll and Roy Emerson were just too good for Ramnathan Krishnan and the other person. I don't remember who it was. Doubles. We won against the best team in the world. Everyone thought we'll get washed out 5-0, but we won the doubles and took it into the last day. Of course, we lost 4-1, and then 8 years later, by then Ramnathan Krishnan had become a non-playing captain, and these young chaps, these four people were representing India. Okay, who are these? Jaideep Mukherjee, Vijay Amritraj, Anand Amritraj, and Jasjeet Singh. I don't know if you guys have heard of them also. And Vijay Amritraj was at his prime at that time. He was part of the ABC of tennis. Who the ABC of tennis? Anand, it was Amritraj, Borg, B, and C was Connors. These were the best players of that time. So they played some outstanding matches. Bet USSR in the semi-finals. I still remember the match. In fact, quarterfinals. This, Vijay Amritraj would win. I mean, the formula was simple. Vijay Amritraj would win both the singles. Vijay Amritraj and Anand Amritraj were the best doubles players of that time. One of the best. They would win the doubles. So 3 games. It was 5. It was singles, doubles, and reverse singles. That was the format of Davis Cup. It still is. They kept beating everyone. Came to Australia. And Vijay Amritraj was the first match. And this Sardarji Jasjeet Singh, he pulled a rabbit out of the hat and won the second match. Vijay Amritraj and Anand Amritraj combined together, won the third match. All went to 5 sets. The fourth match was between Jasjeet Singh and that Australian, I'm forgetting his name, Mandarino or something like that. He lost. 2-all. Vijay Amritraj won in the end. Fifth set he won. Can you imagine in that match? There were 327 games. And it's a record. No other match has had so many games. And we went to the semi-finals. Semi-finals was against Russia. At that time, there was a guy called Alex Metravelli, one of the top players of that time. Vijay Amritraj bet him and this thing, and the same trick played, and we were into finals. In the finals, on the other side was South Africa. By 76, the match had the format had changed. There was no more challenge round and all. Everyone had to come through the route up. On the other side, South Africa came. South Africa was under apartheid. We never used to play test cricket with South Africa those days. The only cricket teams who used to go to South Africa were Australia and England. No one else went there. West Indies never went there. India didn't go there. And India had to take a stand whether to go to, and this match was being played in South Africa. To go there and play. It was, I still remember, it was, explored whether this match could take place at a neutral place. People didn't agree. So what did India do? We forfeited the match. We forfeited the Davis Cup. And we had the best chance to win a Davis Cup then. I still remember Bob Hewitt was in South Africa. I think Cliff Drisdale, Bob Hewitt, and one more. I'm forgetting their names. Top chaps. But They were past their prime. Vijay Amritraj was in his prime. Vijay and Anand Amritraj, these two chaps, brothers, were in their prime. And Jasjit was playing fantastic tennis. He would pull one out of the hat somewhere. We we forfeited it. Till date, people say, "Oh, why did we forfeit it? Why did we forfeit it?" We never had a better chance to win the Davis Cup. Much later, in the 80s, late 80s, Vijay Amritraj, towards the end of his career, he combined with Ramnathan Krishnan's son, Ramesh Krishnan, and took India to the finals again. In that, in this place called White City in Australia, they bet Australia. Again, that was a super match again. In the first two, we won one. I think Krishnan won one. Vijay Amritraj lost. We lost the doubles. And we won both the reverse singles. And Vijay Amritraj played out of his skin to win. And we went and played Sweden, and we lost. That was the time Mats Wilander was Wimbledon champion. There was another guy, I'm forgetting his name. He was also Wimbledon champion for quite some time. Both of them steamrolled us. But we never got a chance again. 74 was the golden opportunity to win Davis Cup. And after that, tennis fell away. We gave it up. People say, why did you give it up today? But in retrospect, there was a lot of pressure on South Africa to say, look, you had to get out of apartheid, otherwise no one's going to come to you. It was a major statement India made. It was a major statement India made to South Africa, to Africa, that we stand by you, we are against apartheid. I must show you something. This is the thing, headline of New York Times of that time. It says, the year the Davis Cup felt empty. The South Africans won that cup. It's recorded, they won, but they didn't play. No one went to give them the cup also. They all posed with the cup, but they felt empty. They felt belittled by winning that. And it's recorded. Till date, those players feel, oh, what happened to us? It was a fake win. I would say it's an empty win. Much later, Anand Amritraj, the elder of the Amritraj brothers, did say, oh, we should have played. But it was honor. What did it get you? It got you the friendship of Africa. And much later, when apartheid was lifted, there was a lot of pressure on the apartheid government. It got lifted. India invited South Africa to play because neither Australia nor England were prepared to host that team. It was India who helped the African team, South African team, post-apartheid period to come and get back into international cricket. I still remember that match in Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Delhi, the first match they played. The bonds are so strong, even now. We lost a final, a golden opportunity in India's history to win a final. And yet we won everything. So why am I talking of this? What is Asia Cup? It's not World Cup, eh? It's Asia Cup T20. You have won the World Cup T20. You have won Champions Trophy. You went to the final of the World Cup. The three major titles. So what if you don't win this cup? Okay, you wanted to participate. You participated. You made your statement. Get out of it now. Even now, the government can say, well, we made a statement, or people have made a statement. We are not going to participate anymore in any match with Pakistan. We'll meet them again. If all goes well by logic, you'll meet them in semi-finals or finals. I don't know. At that time, give it up. So what if you lost this third rate Asia Cup, but you made a statement? That's what I thought I'll put across to you. We have our own example of tennis. Davis Cup. What is Davis Cup and where is this Asia Cup? Zameen Asman ka farak. Okay. So this is what I thought I'll put across. There is still time. If you, any one of you, have any friends who are interested in this bit of history, which I thought I'll put across to all of you, please send it. Please send it to your friends and share it with everyone. Maybe you could start some kind of a thing to say, look, the government can reconsider its decision to play against Pakistan. It's a matter of feeling. It's a matter of pride. That's the least we can do to those people, even now, who were killed by Pakistanis in Pahalgam. It's not for Op Sindur. Op Sindur to take it. For will do. But for those people in Pahalgam, we should get this statement through. We have nothing left. We don't have to prove to anyone that we are better than Pakistan after that whipping we chaps gave. I think that's the best outcome. You played them once, finished them off, didn't shake hands. Now you say we don't want to even play with you. It's a statement. And the pressure which it will put on them. Right? That's all I thought I'll put across to all of you. If you liked it, press the like button and give it to all your friends. And do join Gunner Shot as subscribers or as members, your choice. So I'll take a few questions. I will take some questions. Why not? Thanks, Amitesh. Today's podcast is amazing. I'm speaking from my heart and from my head. Okay. And thanks a lot, Magnum Opus. Arun Varghese, he says, by not playing sports, how will it solve the terrorist issue? I'm not saying don't play sports. Continue with the Asia Cup. Don't play with Pakistan. We did it. We solved the apartheid. We contributed hell of a lot to lifting apartheid. It was there. Can you imagine New York Times coming out with a thing? It's an empty cup. Today people say, look, kash khela hota. Khel ke jeetta. If I had won out, it's an empty victory. We can still abandon this cup. Or we can still win. We won the hearts, everything. We don't need this cup. And we'll make a statement to the world to say Pakistan is a terrorist nation. It's just not fighting. Psychological pressure. I agree we should abandon now. Please raise voice for stopping Pak High Commission in India. Yeah, look, send this to everyone. That's all I'll say, Samrat. I agree with you. I'm raising my voice. Right? I mean, bring back our diplomats from Pakistan. And Samrat, I agree with you. But we still need to keep some issues open. You can't say everyone comes out. Okay? With the certain issues, we still need to communicate. Yeah. Yeah, perfectly put across. Our team should dish the final. Yeah, please send it. Tweet it. I put out a tweet. Just retweet it. I'll be grateful to you. Yeah, now the sports of interest would be athletics, mountaineering, skeet and trap, equestrian, and polo in particular. In fact, polo find it. Yeah, I agree with you. Pride, I agree with you completely. Yeah. I must say we could have done much better in sports and win as many medals as China. Look, it will come. That time will come. Don't worry. We've started winning. Time will come. As nations become richer, economically better, more revenues open up, you'll see that we'll start winning medals. Just be patient. We shouldn't be in a hurry. Yeah. Abhishek, we should have played the Davis Cup match. I think that was not our fight. This is our fight. We should not play with Pakistan. No. Please understand, Abhishek. Garam खून से सोचना मत. Garam दिमाग से सोचना मत. Even at that time, I was just what? I was 19 years, 20 years old, 74. I'd just gone into NDA. I remember this. I was my first term in NDA. And I remember I was very proud that we didn't play. And it paid us because South Africa became our friends. There's a lot of unseen advantage we got. Trust. People in South Africa trusted us. People in Africa trusted us that India will stand by them at its own cost. Everyone knew that we would won. We had a very good chance. In fact, the saying at that time was we had a 70% chance of winning that Davis Cup. Bob Hewitt was in his final days. The second guy, I'm forgetting his name. Okay, he was. They were all a little over the hill, and Amritraj was at the peak, 21, 22 years old. He's just a few years elder to me. And Anand Amritraj and Vijay were the best doubles players, especially in Davis Cup. And that combination was fantastic. We could have won. We had the psychological advantage. Yet, 74 to now, 24, 49 years later, 50 years later, 51 in fact, 74 to 25 is 51 years. I still feel we did the right thing because we got the trust of the nation. People knew that India will stand by its principles. Yeah, I can feel the passion in your mind, heart, and yeah, that's it. That's how I've been. That's how I've been for work. That's the way I did my soldiering. That's the way I reformed artillery. That's the way I contribute to the nation. Dil se. Dimag will come. Yeah, I remember I met ITA President Anil Khanna once in Doha. I asked him many questions, but well, probably he didn't want to. Yeah. Gee, there are many South Africans respect India greatly for taking a stand against that apartheid regime. That's it. Right? Yeah. Your passion for tennis is so amazing. I hope someone from ITA is listening to you and try to get. I agree with you. We've lost out in tennis. We don't have hardly any tennis players. The other time we were dominating. Wimbledon देखते थे हम. Right? Wimbledon देखते थे to see. We went up to quarterfinals, semifinals. Ramnathan Krishnan went to semifinals in his heydays. And then Vijay Amritraj and Ramesh Krishnan reached quarterfinals in their heydays. एटलीस्ट क्वार्टर फाइनल्स तक विंबलडन आज तो फर्स्ट राउंड में कोई जाता ही नहीं वी डोंट हैव पीपल हु आर क्वालिफाइंग फॉर विंबलडन at his peak Amritraj was number 16 in Wimbledon. He was seeded in Wimbledon. Amritraj 3 siblings. Yeah, Ashok Amritraj went into movies. He made a lot of movies. Youngest chap. Yeah. Afghanistan has promised to beat them twice. Yeah, we can help Afghanistan beat them. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, we might have to play against them in final or knockout. We should give it up. Just give it up. What a memory, generally. It's not a memory. We've lived through it. There's nothing in memory. We've lived through it. That was our passion those days. And all that we used to see next to a radio. Wall type radio. Bada sa hota hai, wo knob घुमाते रहो. Yeah. 70s and 80s in lawn tennis, singles was dominated by Bjorn Borg and Ivan Lendl. Yeah. Also, Vijay Amritraj. He was a name to be reckoned with. Yeah, only four players in 74. Four. One is Vijay Amritraj, I think so. Yes. Pakistan should have been banned the same way South Africa was banned from international events until they clean up their act and the world doesn't turn up. Look, Jeet, we can't do that because Pakistan is sitting in Trump's lap and they've always done that. They managed that. But we can do what we have to do. That's the point. Absolutely jacket out of the box. Yeah, what a comment. Yes. Not shaking hands was the silver lining. I think it's good. Yeah, once decided it must be respected. I agree with you. That's done. Now hereafter you can change track. Okay. See, Jack, this is what I'm trying to tell you. You're a young boy. I know that. Seems our government took a decision to respect international tournaments. There's nothing. International tournaments have been boycotted. Please, USA didn't go to Moscow 84 Olympics. Thereafter, Russia or USSR didn't go to Los Angeles Olympics later. It's not as if just like that. 96 World Cup. I hope you people know. Australia, which was ultimately in the finals of that thing, and West Indies, they didn't go to Sri Lanka. They forfeited their matches in Sri Lanka. This is not without precedence. ICC would have arm twisted the BCCI too. Why should we get arm twisted? Happy Engineers Day to you, sir. Thanks a lot, but I'm not an engineer. You should give this to a chap who's an engineer anyway. That's okay. Thanks a lot. Ladybird Haru, thanks a lot. And Akash, good evening. Right. So, do we really want Olympics over shit like? Yeah, we don't need. Don't let's not use unparliamentary language, Sunil. Let's be parliamentary. Okay, we are not a riffraff channel, and all of you are not riffraff guys. If we give it up, then what about players for any player winning international tournament? I agree with you. It was also important for the whole nation to win the Davis Cup at that time, but we gave it up. No, those 5, 6 players who played the Davis Cup, they also gave it up. Part of sacrifice. Nation will honor them. Okay. If you think it, I understand the issue is complex. Do you think that if India stops playing with Pakistan, it will send Pakistan more towards radicalization and help army and mullah to? No, it will not. It will make them realize that they can be boycotted. Costly sport tennis, so be it. Yeah, we were very good. We lost it. That's the problem. If India doesn't play, the ICC will take a. So what if we are not bothered? Don't play Asia Cup. Don't play Pakistan. Yeah. Sir, please make comprehensive about video about recent regime changes in countries since 2014 and current status in collaboration with Sanjay. Yeah, we'll do that. But tomorrow I'm going to talk about India. And is a regime change possible in India? I'll talk maybe later in the week, Friday, I'll talk with Sanjay and ask him to get this. Yeah. Okay. So I think we have done for the day. All the questions I've answered. I know the you know attendance is weak, but this I'm doing it because I felt I must do it. Right. Tomorrow I'll talk about India, instability, regime change, all that. Is it feasible in India? So join in tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Till then, have a great day and thanks for attending. It's a short one, like I said. Yesterday or today morning and yesterday I couldn't do because I had some work, got stuck. but we'll continue hereafter. Right? With this, thank you. Have a great evening. Jai Hind. I thought I must do this for everyone. And again, spread this to everyone. With this, thank you. Have a great day. Good evening. And Jai Hind. See you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.